Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Hey, what's with the pink socks?
They're not pink, Tim. They're red. Well, they're pink.
They're bright pink.
Well, they're a dull pink. I was doing
pink?
Yeah, I was doing laundry last night. I put whites in with reds.
Yeah.
And my socks are pink. So I'll go home tonight and...
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tim Kitcher along with my good friend, Jimmy Shorts. Jimmy, what's the word? Hey, where are your glasses? And here comes the top of the order in the first. Drives one to right field. Drew fields this one on the bounce. Safe at first base. And Sanchez reaches base safely. No outs, runner at first base. Breaks for second. Hit hard into left field. Line foul. The throw takes off. He just dropped the ball. And he popped that ball loose. Couldn't hold up, now he's in the hole 0-2.
This guy's just throwing everything with the kitchen sink in it to this guy.
Delivers. Hit hard on the ground up the middle. Guns it to second. Got him. One out, man on first. And the runner goes. And he ropes one to short. Young, rounding second. Throws to first, and he is safe at first. Only one out. Runners on first and second. Hit sharply, but foul. Sends up a drive center field, and he pulls it down. There are two outs, but they do have runners on base. And he scorches one over the first baseman's head. Young rounds third. And Young scores to put his team ahead. And he's safe at third base. And so there are two outs, men on first and third. Hit sharply first base. And Pujols puts it away to retire the side. After a half inning of play, Milwaukee leads by one. Hit hard over the shortstop. And he'll make the play. One out. Bases are empty. And that ball just went through the old man's window, and he is hot now. One out, a man on base. And that's line foul. And now the pitch. Richie fields it on the bounce. Out at second, and he's out at first base. At the end of one, the Brewers lead by one. And that's lined over the second baseman. And it ricochets off the wall. Clayton rounding first. The play at first.
They'd really like to get ahead here.
No outs, a man on base. Morris now set to deliver. And he laces one over the shortstop. He makes the grab.
Routine catch that. Although in baseball, there's really no such thing as a routine because any ball can be dropped.
Two outs, nobody on base. Ground smash toward the hole. Out at first. With the bottom of the second coming up, the Brewers lead by one. Pujols steps into the batter's box. Richie, the windup. The ball is lined over the second baseman's head. Pujols rounding first. The play at second. No outs, man on second. Oh, he got all of that one. And Martinez gives his team the lead. This old man, he hit one. He played whack-whack, and he's not done.
He just cracked the daylights out of that. You can't hit it any harder.
He put a punishing hit on that ball.
Man, oh man, that's going to hit a satellite in space.
No outs, nobody on base. Hit in the air to left. And Jenkins pulls it in. One out. Bases are empty. I read where this guy learned to hit by his dad firing marbles out of an old Civil War cannon at him, Jimmy. He had to swing at it with a broomstick.
Tim, you're just making this garbage up, aren't you? Marbles and a cannon? That is so strange. That's you.
There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Richie, now the windup. Richie plays it off the bounce. And he is out at first. After 2 innings, St. Louis leads by 1. This guy's batting 1,000 so far. Let's see if he can light
This
it up
guy
the real.
loves pain. Look, he's laughing. He goes, I love it. I love this game.
You know that the pitcher better be careful because what comes around goes around, and he is playing with fire. No outs, man on first. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. Maybe this guy needs to hit off the tee a little bit in practice, Jimmy, to get his stroke back.
The manager looks so teed off at that swing, he's gonna have it.
This ball is gone, goodbye! A home run, and Young gives his team the lead. No outs, base is empty. The pitch, lined over the second baseman, and Drew makes the catch. 1 out, bases are empty. Oh, he made a good pitch there, Jimmy.
Well, he's gopher hunting there. You ever hunt gophers, Tim? It's fun.
Hit sharply, but foul. Got under that one, into foul territory. Fly ball, right field. Throws to first, and he beats the throw. Emmons, and he is 1 for 1 today. A run-scoring single in his last attempt. Hit hard over the shortstop, and Martinez puts it away. And so there are 2 outs and a runner at first base. Fly ball, center field. Edmonds, and this one's going to be out of reach. And Helms has himself a single. Clayton, 1 for 1 this game. Singled last time up. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Gets under it to left field. Just slicing foul. Releases. Talk about heat. He had no chance on that one.
He just parked that one in an no parking zone.
Breaks for second. Gets under it, right field. And that ends the top. After 2.5 innings, Milwaukee leads by 1. And here comes the batter to the plate. Lead off the inning. Hit sharply into left field. And Robinson has himself a base hit. Renteria, nothing doing today. Flied out his last at bat. Steps in. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1.
He just threw that like a little cannonball there. You can't hit a cannonball.
Guns it to first, in time. 1 out, and they've got a man on second. Hit sharply into right center. Hammonds, he can't come up with it. Robinson now rounding third. The Cardinals tie the game, and Edmonds is on second with a double. 1 out with a runner on second. Hit hard into right center. Edmonds rounds third. The Cardinals go out in front. Throws to third. Pujols, 1 for 1 on the day. Doubled last time up. Just 1 out and a runner at third base. And that's lined over the third baseman. And he pulls it down. There are 2 outs, but they've got a man on third. Richie winds up, and he got him with the sinker. Not a bad swing if you're at a kid's piñata party. Pitch on the way. Hit hard, third base. And Helms makes the grab for the final out. With 3 innings in the books, the Cardinals lead by 1. And now the pitch. Hit high in the air. This one has a chance. And it does! Touch them all! It's a home run! No outs. Base is empty. Hit sharply to the shortstop. Martinez picks it up. The play at first. Safe.
Boy, I tell you, this guy is ready to hit a baseball. Look at his face.
No outs. Man on first. Takes off. Sends a blast left field. And Martinez reels it in. And he's out at first base. And that's 2. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Fly ball left field. Young rounds first. And Young has a double. Jenkins, 1 for 2 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. 2 outs now. Man on second. He is throwing some cheese. You've got to love the location of that pitch. Unless, of course, you're the hitter. There's a shot to the shortstop. And Renteria makes the catch for the final out. As we go to the middle of the 4th, we're all tied up. Delgado takes a cold strike. 0-1's the count. Notice how he holds his hands right up next to his ears, Jimmy. He should bring them down a little closer to his body.
You ever eat pig ears, Tim?
My dog likes to chew on them. Richie, now the windup. There's a shot into right, and he makes the diving grab. What a play! Drew, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. 1 out. Bases are empty. Drives that one to center field, and he puts it away. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Marrero takes a cold strike.
That looked good right over the plate, but what do I know?
Sends up a drive to right field. He makes the grab. At the end of 4, we are tied. And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. And he ropes one over the second baseman's head.
You just made a good catch. You cannot let it go to your head.
1 out. Bases are empty. Delivers. Drives one to left field. Just slicing foul. Hit hard to the alley and left. And he'll make the play. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Got under that one to center field. And he makes the diving grab. After that half inning of play, we are tied. And here's the batter to lead things off.
To the plate, number 33, Eduardo Perez.
The throw to first, and he is out. 1 out. Bases are empty.
He took a good one right there. Players love getting hit. Man, I used to love getting hit.
You know, I got hit in the back of my head with a golf ball once, and it left a little depression in my skull. I feel this right here. 1 out, runner at first base. And the runner goes. The play at second. He is safe. Ground smash right side. Sexton picks it up off the bounce. Fires to first. Safe at first. Brolin, 1 for 2 in this game. Tripled and scored a run his last time up. Only 1 out. Runners on first and second. Sends a blast to center field. And Sanchez makes the grab. He is out of there, and they turn the double play. And so at the end of the inning, we're all tied up. Clayton, 1 for 2 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. Drew will field it on the bounce, and he is safe at first base. No outs, a man on base. Isringhausen, the windup, and he ropes one over the third baseman. Clayton heading for third. And Fabregas reaches base safely. No outs, men on first and third. And he was swinging for the fences, but came up empty.
You know, he ought to just keep swinging harder and harder. Just swing as hard as he can. That'd intimidate the pitcher, Tim.
Line foul. And here comes the runner from third. There's a drive, well hit to deep right field. And he puts it away. Fires to third. Out. And that's 2.
How about this infield? Man, you gotta love that defense.
Sanchez, 1 for 2 to this point. Flied out his last at bat. Takes off. Chopper right back to the mound. The throw to first. He's in there safely. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Young stands in. He's running. Hit in the air to right field. He could have extra bases. Fabregas heads for home. And Fabregas scores to put his team ahead. And Young pulls up at second with a double. Jenkins, 1 for 3 on the day. Flied out his last at bat. There are 2. He takes off. And that ball's lined to first. 1 run is across. The play at second, safe. Sexton, and he is 1 for 3. Today, flied out his last at bat. There are 2 outs. Runner on second. Breaks for third. Hit high and deep. This one could go. And it does. Touch them all. It's a home run. And Sexton, there are 2 outs. Base is empty. Hit in the air to center field. Young's it to first. He got him. After that half inning of play, the Brewers lead by 5. Fires, and he ropes one over the first baseman. Hit sharply, but foul. Hit on the line over the first baseman. Pujols rounding first. Rounding second. Throws to third. And he dropped the ball. The Cardinals narrow the deficit. No outs. Base is empty. He couldn't hold up. Now he's in the hole 0-1. Good pitch there, Jimmy. He had him back on his heels. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
He chased that one well out of the strike zone.
Oh, line drive right back to the pitcher. Throws to first, and he is out. Delgado, 0 for 2 on the day. Flied out his last at bat. 1 out, nobody on base. Chopper to short. Quevedo fields it off the bounce. And he is out at first. 2 outs, nobody on base. Got under that one to left field. Guns it to first, and he beats the throw. 2 outs, 1 on. Hit hard on the ground to second. Out at second. After the bottom half of the inning, Milwaukee leads by 4. Gets under at center field. Edmonds, and he can't get to it in time. Helms rounding first. And Helms is on second with a double. No outs, man on second. Breaks for third. Gets under it to left field. Just slicing foul. Breaks for third. Line smash second base. And he pulls it down.
Man, I'd like to see more triple plays. They should work on that more. That wasn't a bad double play, though.
And that's line foul. Sends up a drive left field. And Martinez catches it for the final out. With the bottom of the inning coming up, the Brewers lead by 4. And that ball is belted. A home run. And Vina narrows the deficit to 3. He waited for his pitch, and he knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, there you go. Fireworks for you. You gotta love that. I love fireworks.
He took a mighty swing and deposited that ball in the home run vault.
You might find some teeth marks on that because he just chewed that one up.
No outs, nobody on base.
You know, I remember as a kid, we used to make our own rosin bags. We'd get a bunch of thread and then put honey all over it. It'd ruin the baseball, but boy, you could really throw it if you get it out of your hand.
1 out, nobody on base. I wasn't even allowed to throw a baseball, Jimmy. My mom made me wear special mittens when I played outside so I wouldn't hurt my piano fingers. It was a mistake.
You hate your mom, Tim?
No, Jimmy, I don't.
Well, I think she hates you, Tim.
He's got a terrific changeup working, doesn't he?
He chased that one well out of the strike zone.
And he got caught looking. And now he's starting to complain. He didn't like that call one bit. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. Quevedo, the windup. Line smash into left field. This ball is going to be trouble. Roland rounds first. Guns it to second.
They'd really like to get ahead here.
There are 2 outs. Runner on second. Hard ground ball toward the hole. Clayton fields it on the bounce. And so, the Brewers come away with the